Chosen one. Pause for a moment. Heaven is whispering your name. You can feel it, can't you? The atmosphere around you has begun to tremble. Something is shifting in the unseen. Every obstacle that once stood in your way is beginning to lose its hold. Because heaven itself is rearranging everything to favor you. You have been through long nights, storms that stripped you of strength, and days that felt endless. But this moment is holy. This is not coincidence. This is divine timing. You are not forgotten. You are not behind. You are right on schedule with the divine calendar. The winds of heaven have been blowing, moving situations, stirring hearts, aligning moments. What once seemed like chaos was actually sacred choreography. The hand of God has been working behind the curtain, pulling threads together into a masterpiece that carries your name. You are entering a moment when the invisible will become visible, when what was once hidden in spiritual realms will manifest in your physical reality. You have prayed, cried, and wondered if heaven even heard you. But the silence was not denial, it was strategy. Heaven has been rearranging the board, shifting kings and pawns, timing and territories. You were never meant to stay where pain left you. The season of divine realignment is upon you, and the evidence will be undeniable. You will stand and say, "Surely, this was the hand of God." All, the Spirit of the living God says, "I am bringing order out of confusion. I am placing your name before those who need to see it. I am stirring the hearts of people you have never met to open doors you thought were locked forever." This is the rearranging season where divine favor walks before you like a mighty wind, and every obstacle bows. Chosen one. Your story is entering the phase of divine reversal. Every weapon that was raised against you is losing its power. Every delay is being converted into acceleration. Every detour is revealing the scenic route of grace. You are walking under an open heaven now. The fragrance of favor will follow you wherever you go. And you will not need to strive for what has already been written in your destiny scroll. Heaven has shifted the atmosphere because you obeyed when others mocked. You stayed when others fled. You believed when hope was dim. And now, heaven is rewarding faith that refused to die. This is your confirmation. You are chosen for divine favor, not because of perfection, but because of purpose. Listen carefully. There will be signs, unexpected messages, sudden opportunities, unusual peace in the middle of what used to shake you. These are not coincidences. They are heaven's fingerprints, marking the path of your rising. Do not be afraid when doors open suddenly. Walk through them with boldness. You were prepared for this moment long before you knew it would arrive. According to what is revealed in the book of Psalms, chapter 30, verse 5, "Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning." That verse is more than comfort. It is prophecy. The night was necessary, but the dawn has arrived. Heaven has waited for the exact moment when your heart would be ready to receive what it could not hold before. Every tear watered the soil of your coming breakthrough. Every pain became a seed of future joy. Now, the ground is breaking, and your harvest is rising. So lift your eyes. Chosen one, straighten your shoulders. The weight you carried was never meant to crush you. It was training you to walk in authority. Heaven has waited for this moment to showcase you as a living testimony of divine favor. Your very existence will remind others that God is still moving, still healing, still rearranging everything for His people. Right now, take this as your call to alignment. If this message resonates in your spirit, don't let it pass. Declare it aloud. Claim it in faith. Let heaven record your agreement. And as an act of unity and faith, like, share, and subscribe, not for vanity, but to spread what heaven is doing in this season. Let your declaration echo through every platform. I receive heaven's rearrangement over my life. And then, in the comments, write the prophetic number 777, the number of divine completion and heavenly favor. Let it be your seal of agreement that heaven's movement has reached your doorstep, because, chosen one, this is not just another day. This is the dawn of your divine rearrangement. Heaven is not preparing to move, it has already begun. You have wondered why heaven seemed silent for so long. Chosen one, you have cried in the middle of the night, asking, Lord, did you forget me? But you were never forgotten. You were being forged. The hidden years were not punishment. They were the sacred furnace where your spirit was refined, where your faith was purified like gold, while others ran ahead, chasing noise and validation. Heaven placed you in the quiet, because only in stillness could your destiny take shape. Every delay, every unanswered prayer, every season of isolation was heaven's way of preparing the soil for the seed of your calling. The silence of God is never absence, it is strategy. When heaven hides you, it's not rejection, it's protection. There are seasons when you must be hidden until the appointed time, because exposure before maturity can destroy what grace intends to grow. You were hidden not to be forgotten, but to be strengthened for what is coming. There were moments when you compared yourself to others, seeing them celebrated. While you were being stripped, you wondered if you had done something wrong. But the truth is, God was setting you apart, not setting you aside. What looked like delay was heaven's design to deepen your roots. You were never buried, you were being planted. A seed beneath the ground feels the same as something buried, but only one rises again. You are that seed, and your time beneath the surface is ending. In those quiet years, heaven was teaching you to recognize the difference between movement and progress. Others seemed to move fast, but they were circling deserts. You were moving slow, but toward purpose. The training was not visible to men, but it was evident to angels. Heaven saw how you prayed when no one noticed, how you forgave when no one apologized, how you stayed faithful when it cost you everything. Those moments are sacred. They built the foundation for what is now being revealed. You learned to listen beyond noise, to trust beyond sight. You learned that God's timing is not measured in minutes, but in meaning. The waiting taught you discernment, how to sense the difference between good opportunities and divine ones. You no longer chase, because what is meant for you is drawn by your obedience. Heaven had to prepare your heart before it released your harvest. The ancient words recorded in Romans chapter 8, verse 18, still echo today. I consider that our present sufferings are not worth comparing with the glory that will be revealed in us. The glory is not only coming around you, it is being revealed in you. The hidden years were heaven's way of shaping the vessel that would carry that glory. What was unseen was not wasted. It was building weight within your spirit. The kind of weight that sustains miracles without breaking under their magnitude. There were divine reasons for the pruning. Some relationships had to end. not because they were evil, but because they couldn't breathe at your next altitude. Some doors closed, not because you failed, but because you were destined for a higher gate. Heaven removes what limits you. Even when you try to hold on, every separation, every silence, every delay was God's gentle rearranging, positioning you closer to divine alignment. Chosen one. The hidden years were your proving ground. Heaven tested your character when no one was watching. You were trusted with quiet before you could be trusted with noise. You were taught to find joy without applause, peace without validation, and strength without recognition. Now, heaven can trust you with visibility. Because you no longer need it to feel valuable, you have learned that favor is not found in the crowd, but in communion. You were never behind schedule. You were in process. Heaven is too precise to make mistakes with time. Every step, every tear, every season of obscurity was part of the divine equation. You are about to see why it had to take this long. You will understand that the years you thought were wasted were actually the foundation of your acceleration. The time of hiding is coming to an end. The same hand that concealed you is about to reveal you. What heaven prepared in private will soon be displayed in public. But remember this, the same humility that kept you grounded in hiddenness will keep you elevated in favor. Do not resent the years. No one saw you. They were the years heaven built you. You are the evidence that God's silence is not absence, but orchestration. Everything that once felt like delay will soon feel like destiny. Heaven's plan has always been perfect, even when it hurt. Now, as the veil of obscurity lifts, you will see that nothing was random. The hidden years were heaven's love in disguise. Chosen one. Do you know why certain atmospheres shift when you walk in? It's because you are marked. You carry something sacred, a seal of divine ownership that sets you apart. Heaven recognizes you as its vessel, and darkness trembles when it senses your approach. You have tried to fit in, to tone yourself down, to be like everyone else. But the truth is, you were never meant to blend. You were meant to disrupt. When heaven marks you, it alters everything: your path, your relationships, even your inner compass. You start to notice that what satisfies others doesn't satisfy you anymore. Your spirit begins to crave truth over comfort, calling over convenience. There's a fire inside you that refuses to go out, even when the world throws water on it. That fire is divine identification. It is how heaven signals to hell that you are off limits. This mark does not come through status or title. It's not earned by perfection or religious performance. It is placed through surrender, through saying yes when it would have been easier to say no. Every time you chose obedience over opinion, faith over fear, you were sealed deeper into your purpose. That is why certain battles came so early in your life. The enemy recognized the mark before you did, even when you didn't know who you were. Hell did. The opposition was never random. It was recognition. You have faced storms that others didn't face, not because you were cursed, but because you were called. Heaven invests heavily in those who carry heavy destinies. That's why you've carried such weight, because your assignment carries eternal significance. There were times you felt misunderstood, isolated, even rejected by those who once celebrated you. But the truth is, rejection was a redirection into revelation. Heaven had to separate you to show you who you truly are. You are not simply surviving life. You are enforcing divine order In every space you enter, you carry the mark of heaven. And where you step, divine authority follows. As was spoken in the sacred writings of the second letter to Timothy, chapter 2, verse 19, "The Lord knows those who are His." That single sentence is the foundation of your identity. You are known, not just seen, but known. Your name is written in the records of eternity. Every time you doubt your worth, heaven looks at your mark and remembers its promise. You belong to the King of Glory, and nothing can erase what heaven has inscribed. When heaven marks you, even silence speaks. Your presence alone unsettles atmospheres that are not aligned with light. You are not simply a believer. You are a carrier of divine voltage. That's why your peace irritates chaos. That's why your joy offends darkness. And that's why your compassion disarms those who expected confrontation. You carry something that cannot be mimicked: authentic, spiritual authority. But this mark is not just a sign of privilege. It's a call to responsibility. It means you cannot move like others, speak like others, or compromise like others. The mark restricts you, but it also protects you. There are places heaven will not allow you to go, not because you're being punished, but because your anointing is too valuable to be contaminated. When others play, you are being prepared. When others drift, you are being directed. And yes, chosen one. The world will not always understand it. They will ask why you're different, why you don't react like them, why you choose peace instead of revenge. Smile gently when they ask, because they are seeing the evidence of your mark. What is holy cannot be explained to those who have not yet awakened. Do not shrink back to make them comfortable. Your difference is the divine signal they need to see. Right now, as you read these words, heaven is reaffirming that mark over your life. It's not fading, it's glowing, stronger. Every time you forgive, it shines brighter. Every time you worship through pain, it expands wider. You are heaven's reminder to earth that divine favor still walks in human form. So here is what you must do now. Type the words, "I am marked." Do not type them as a ritual. Type them as revelation. When you write those 3 words, you are publicly aligning yourself with what heaven already knows. You are telling the unseen realm, I know who I am. You are declaring that no accusation, no delay, no demonic interference can cancel what God has written upon your spirit. And when you do, something shifts, because agreement is a spiritual law. Heaven responds to recognition by declaring your identity. You awaken every dormant promise that has been waiting for your awareness. Say it with confidence. Say it with authority. Say it as one who understands. You are chosen, sealed, and marked by heaven itself. Your mark is your mantle. Your difference is your divine evidence. Walk boldly in it. Chosen one. You have questioned why so many doors closed. Why opportunities slipped through your fingers even when you were prepared, qualified, and ready. You cried out, asking heaven, why not this one? Why now? But what you did not see was that every delay, every redirection, every rejection was an act of divine mercy disguised as disappointment. Heaven was not ignoring your prayers. It was protecting you from paths that would have led you away from your true purpose. Sometimes, the greatest answer is not a yes, but a no. God saw what you could not. He saw the motives behind the smiles, the traps behind the offers, and the exhaustion that would have followed certain open doors. Heaven does not just guide by granting, it also guides by guarding. Every detour has meaning. Every missed opportunity was a shield in motion, a divine hand, redirecting you away from imitation blessings that would have stolen your focus from your true assignment. You thought you lost time, but heaven never wastes time, it redeems it. What looked like delay was actually divine preservation. While others were running ahead chasing what glittered, you were being refined to carry what glows. What is born from divine timing cannot be taken by human hands. Heaven kept you still, not because you were unworthy, but because your destiny was too weighty to be rushed. There were moments you felt forgotten, like the world had moved on without you. You saw others celebrated, elevated, and rewarded while you remained unseen. But in that quiet space, heaven was working behind closed curtains, preparing the stage for your appearance. You were not late, you were hidden until the right time. Every closed door was a sign that God was reserving you for something greater, something uncontaminated by compromise. You see, protection often wears the mask of pain. The very moments that hurt the most were often heaven whispering, "Not this way." Every heartbreak, every disappointment, every lost friendship was a divine boundary being drawn around your future. You had to lose certain people so you could find your peace. You had to be denied certain platforms so you could be built upon the right foundation. Heaven is too wise to give you what will later destroy you. You are beginning to understand that not every opportunity is a blessing, and not every delay is a curse. The protection of heaven often feels like rejection to the impatient heart, but heaven's denials are always redirections toward destiny. What you called failure was heaven's filter, removing distractions that would have diluted your calling. God never takes without purpose. When He removes, He also replaces. And when He replaces, it's always with something eternal. We are reminded through the writings of Paul in his letter to the Corinthians, the first book, chapter 2, verse 9, "What no eye has seen, what no ear has heard, and what no human mind has conceived, the things God has prepared for those who love Him." This is the promise that explains your waiting. Heaven was not taking from you. It was storing up something greater for you. What is prepared in heaven takes time to manifest on earth. The unseen is forming, even when you cannot yet feel it. Chosen one, you were not meant to take shortcuts. Your journey was never meant to mirror theirs. You are being guided by divine precision, not by public opinion. There are seasons when God delays the visible to strengthen the invisible: your roots, your character, your discernment. Heaven would rather withhold temporary comfort than allow you to lose eternal purpose. You did not miss what was meant for you. You did not fail. The door that closed was never meant to open, and one day soon, you will look back and thank God for every no you received, because every one of them guarded your destiny. Every one of them redirected your steps towards something better. The closed doors were never punishment. They were prophecy in disguise. The truth is, you were not ready for the blessing back then, and the blessing was not ready for you. Heaven was aligning two timelines, yours and its own. Now, the synchronization is near. Every delay is folding into divine timing. You will see how everything that seemed to fall apart was actually falling into place. So do not despise the closed doors. Chosen one. They were sacred signs that heaven was still involved. Rejoice in what didn't happen. because unseen danger was being dismantled before it could touch you. What you thought was a loss was actually deliverance. You were saved from things you never knew could destroy you. And when the right door opens, and it will, you will step through, not with desperation, but with discernment, knowing that heaven's no was always love in disguise. Chosen one. You can feel it. Can't you? The air around you is changing. Heaven is shifting the balance. What once stood against you is now beginning to bow. The tables are turning not slowly, but decisively. Every voice that spoke against you will have to watch as the same God who saw your tears now lifts your head in triumph. Heaven is not just rearranging situations, it is rewriting outcomes. What was meant for your downfall is becoming the very ground on which you will rise. You have been walking through a season where it felt like everything was being taken apart. But now you will see that every dismantling was construction in disguise. The carpenter of heaven was tearing down the weak beams, the shaky supports, the false attachments that could not hold the weight of your destiny. Now, the rebuilding begins. What you thought was broken beyond repair is being transformed into a throne of testimony. The Spirit whispers, "The tables are turning in your favor. You are about to see reversals that make no earthly sense. Situations that mocked you will become miracles that honor you. People who ignored you will now be positioned to bless you. The very systems that once resisted you will start to open their gates." Heaven is not negotiating. Heaven is commanding. And when God commands favor, no force on earth can cancel it. Think of Joseph, betrayed by brothers, forgotten in prison, yet remembered by heaven at the exact moment Pharaoh needed a dream interpreter. You, too, are entering your Pharaoh's palace moment. The pit was necessary to reveal your purity. The prison was preparation for promotion. The same pain that humbled you will now serve as proof that your faith never failed. We are reminded through the writings of David in the Psalms, chapter 23, verse 5. "You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup overflows." Chosen one. The divine reversal is not about ego, it's about evidence. Heaven wants the world to see that obedience is never wasted, that humility is never forgotten, and that faith always finishes what it starts. This is your reaping season, but not the kind you earn by striving. It is the harvest that follows surrender. The soil you watered with tears is now birthing joy. The ground that once resisted, you will now yield in your favor. You will walk into rooms you didn't apply for, receive calls you didn't expect, and witness doors open with such ease that even you will whisper, "Only God could have done this." But hear this, as the tables turn. Guard your heart. Favor attracts eyes both kind and cruel. Keep your humility as your armor and gratitude as your compass. Don't boast, testify. Don't react, radiate. Let your success become a sermon that points back to the one who lifted you. Remember that blessings are not trophies, they are tools. Heaven is promoting you, not just to raise you up, but to raise others through you. And now, chosen one, as this word finds you, let your spirit pause in gratitude. If what you're hearing stirs something deep inside, it's because heaven is confirming what you already sensed. You've made it through too much to stay silent. If these words are speaking life into you, share this message like bread passed at a sacred table so that someone else starving for hope can eat too. like this message, not as a habit, but as a gesture of agreement, saying, I believe heaven is turning it for me. Then 1. And if you feel led, subscribe, not just to a channel, but to a journey. This is a space where faith meets fire, where prophecy meets purpose. Each message builds upon the last, layer by layer, like a temple being restored. Your presence here is not random, it is divine appointment. And for those who wish to go further, to sow back into the flow that feeds your spirit, consider a simple donation, not out of obligation, but as an act of alignment. Giving is not losing, it's planting. Every seed carries a future. When you give into the river that refreshes you, heaven multiplies the water that flows back your way. Let your generosity be your declaration that you trust the God who turns tables, fills cups, and never lets obedience go unrewarded. Beloved, stand tall. The table is already being set. The oil already warmed. The cup already overflowing. You are stepping into a feast that your faith prepared long ago. Do not worry about who will watch. Heaven's eyes are already upon you. What is about to unfold will confirm everything you endured. The tables have turned. And this time, favor sits where fear once ruled. Chosen one. Listen closely. There is a sound moving through the air, soft yet powerful, invisible yet undeniable. It is not the sound of chaos or confusion. It is the rhythm of divine alignment. Heaven has begun to sing over your life. Every frequency of favor, every vibration of promise, every note of destiny is coming into harmony with your name. This is not imagination, it is orchestration. Heaven is conducting a symphony that you are about to hear in real time. You may not recognize it at first. It won't come with thunder or spectacle. Sometimes, the sound of favor comes quietly through an unexpected message, a sudden opportunity, or the peace that floods your heart after a storm. The divine melody often begins in whispers before it crescendos into manifestation. If you listen with your spirit, you will notice that nothing is random anymore. Every delay, every meeting, every open and closed door carries rhythm. Heaven is turning your steps into a song. The sound of favor cannot be silenced by the noise of opposition. In fact, it often grows clearest in chaos. When the enemy tries to distract you, heaven simply turns up the volume of purpose. You are not walking aimlessly. You are moving in tempo with eternity. The people entering your life now are not coincidences. They are instruments chosen by heaven to play in your orchestra. You, chosen one, are the living score being performed. Sometimes, you will sense it like wind against your spirit. You'll feel peace in places that once felt heavy. You'll wake up with sudden clarity about something that's been confusing for months. That's the sound of favor. Heaven's timing is hitting every note precisely. The angels are aligning assignments. The unseen realm is rehearsing for your unveiling. What once sounded like silence was actually tuning. The instruments of destiny were being prepared for this moment. You are stepping into a season where the divine rhythm will accelerate. Heaven will begin to orchestrate coincidences that human logic cannot explain. The right person will call. The right door will open. The right word will reach you at the right hour. The pattern of delay is breaking because the sound of favor demands forward motion. When heaven plays, creation must respond. Everything is being rearranged to match the divine score written for your life before you were born. The voice of God thundered in the book of Psalms, chapter 33, verse 9. For he spoke, and it came to be. He commanded, and it stood firm. Chosen one. You may wonder how you can recognize this sound in daily life. It will come with confirmation. That job you lost, it made space for one that fits your calling. That friendship that faded, it cleared emotional clutter so that peace could return. That unexpected opportunity that appears out of nowhere, that is heaven's melody turning into manifestation. Every note, every shift is working in your favor. But remember this, when the rhythm changes, you must move with it. Do not cling to what heaven has already outgrown. What used to be comfortable may no longer carry divine resonance. You must walk in step with the Spirit. The new sound demands new movement. When you sense the tempo rising, lift your faith higher. When it slows, rest in stillness. You are learning to dance with destiny, not to wrestle with it. There is one more secret about this sound. It draws what belongs to you. Just as a magnet pulls iron, the sound of favor attracts everything that carries your name. Resources, relationships, opportunities, they are being summoned by sound. The frequency of obedience is irresistible to heaven's design. The more you align, the louder the sound becomes, until all creation echoes your purpose. So, chosen one, listen deeply. Can you feel it now? That gentle hum in your spirit is not your imagination, it is confirmation. Heaven is not silent, heaven is singing. The angels are in position. The stage of your next chapter is ready. All that remains is your agreement. And in this moment, if your heart resonates with what heaven is saying, if you can feel the rhythm of divine order building around you, write this prophetic number in the comments. 888. 8 represents new beginnings. And heaven is tripling that truth for you. It means cycles closing, destiny is unfolding, and divine favor manifesting in threes: spirit, soul, and circumstance. When you write it, do so with intention, as a declaration that you hear the sound of favor and you are ready to move with it. Let that simple act become your harmony with heaven's music, because the sound is no longer approaching, it is here. The orchestra of heaven is playing your name, and every note resounds with favor. Chosen one. There comes a time when heaven no longer hides your vindication. The season of misunderstanding, accusation, and silent endurance is nearing its end. Those who spoke your name in darkness will soon witness what heaven has done with your silence. For every word that wounded, for every betrayal that broke your heart, for every injustice that seemed unanswered, heaven has been keeping record. The scales are shifting, and divine justice is being released. You see, vindication in heaven's realm is not revenge. It is restoration of truth, exposure of hidden motives, and elevation of those who endured with grace. Heaven is not concerned with proving you right. Heaven is concerned with revealing righteousness. The same mouths that once cursed, you will soon be unable to explain your rise. What they meant for harm has already become holy fertilizer for your growth. You will flourish not in spite of what they did, but because of it. Every whisper that was meant to break your reputation only strengthened your roots. Every accusation that aimed to discredit your calling forced you deeper into prayer. Heaven used their criticism to polish your character, to prepare you for the platform now approaching. Vindication is not simply God defending you, it is God displaying you. Your name is about to appear in places where only truth can stand. The spiritual laws of justice are being activated. Heaven is shifting balance like scales made of light. The mockery that once surrounded you will soon turn into silence. Because when heaven moves, no voice can argue. Those who thought they had the final word are about to witness that God always reserves the last sentence. You are entering the season where your enemies become spectators of your favor, not participants in your downfall. It can be difficult to wait for that moment. Your human heart may want to prove, to explain, to defend, but heaven never asks you to fight what truth will soon reveal. You were not called to clap back. You were called to rise up. Your silence has been your shield. God has been your advocate in courts unseen. He has been gathering evidence, your tears, your prayers, your integrity under pressure, and presenting them before the throne of justice. Nothing has been missed. Nothing has been ignored. Remember the story of Daniel. His enemy plotted his downfall, but his faith remained his defense. The lions could not touch him because heaven had already sealed his case. So it is with you, chosen one. What was meant to consume you will instead confirm you. Heaven is preparing to display the power of divine protection publicly, and those who once doubted you will have no choice but to honor the God who sustained you. It is written in the book of Isaiah, chapter 54, verse 17, "No weapon formed against you shall prosper, and every tongue that rises against you in judgment you shall condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord." And vindication is not always loud. Sometimes it looks like peace that confuses those who expected your breakdown. Sometimes it's an open door right after they said you were finished. Sometimes it's the joy on your face that no gossip can erase. Heaven vindicates not by shouting, but by shining. The light of truth begins to illuminate your path until the shadows of accusation fade away completely. Chosen one. The exposure coming is not to embarrass anyone, it is to exalt righteousness. God does not humiliate, He educates. When truth rises, even your enemies will learn something sacred. Some will repent, others will retreat, but you must remain still. Your job is not to gloat, but to give glory. You are not here to say, "I told you so." You are here to say, "He did it." The fragrance of your humility will make the miracle undeniable. This season will teach you that vengeance is not yours, because vindication already belongs to heaven. You are stepping into a peace that no accusation can disturb. You will see the evidence of divine justice unfold in subtle yet powerful ways. A reversal here, a revelation there, a sudden opportunity that cancels years of loss. Each one will be a divine signature saying, "I saw, I remembered, I restored." That, and when it happens, you will no longer feel the need to prove yourself. The truth will speak louder than explanation ever could. The same people who questioned your worth will find themselves seeking your wisdom. The very circle that tried to close around you will become the stage on which God reveals your victory. You will stand still and watch the Lord fight for you, not with weapons, but with wonder. Hold your peace. Chosen one. The case is closed in heaven's court, and the verdict has already been rendered. Vindicated, favored, proven, chosen one. There comes a sacred turning point. When heaven no longer simply restores what was taken, it multiplies it. You are standing at that threshold now. The great reversal is not merely a return of what you lost. It is the redemption of time, energy, and destiny. What was broken is being rebuilt better. What was stolen is being returned with interest. What was delayed is about to arrive with acceleration. Heaven does not give back in equal measure, it gives back in overflow. For so long, you have carried the weight of what slipped away, opportunities, relationships, moments that seemed wasted. You mourned silently for seasons that never bore fruit. But heaven was not ignoring your sorrow, heaven was gathering it. Every tear has been stored like seed in the soil of eternity, waiting for this moment. What you thought had died is about to sprout in ways you never imagined. Nothing surrendered in faith ever truly disappears. It transforms. This is the nature of the great reversal. When heaven intervenes, loss becomes legacy. The things you thought were gone forever begin to reappear in new forms. The doors that once closed are replaced by gates that never existed before. You begin to see how the detours were divine design, how the heartbreaks were hidden harvests, and how every fall was a rehearsal for your rise. The reversal does not erase your past, it redeems it. You must understand this law of the Spirit. Heaven does not simply fix, it fulfills. When God restores, He restores according to His abundance, not your memories. That is why the future will not look like what was lost, it will look like what was promised. There are blessings being released now that carry the fragrance of everything you endured. You will find beauty in the very places where ashes once lay. The story that once brought you pain will soon bring you peace. Think of Job, stripped of everything he held. Dear family, fortune, and health. Yet at the appointed time, heaven reversed his condition and restored double what was lost. The pain did not vanish, but purpose rose from its ashes. So it will be with you. Chosen one, the scale of your suffering was the prophecy of your restoration. The deeper the cut, the greater the healing, the greater the loss, the grander the return. As was spoken in the book of Joel, chapter 2, verse 25. I will restore to you the years that the locust has eaten. Those words are not poetic comfort, they are divine decree. Heaven is not giving back what time took. Heaven is replacing time itself. The years you thought wasted are being rewritten in favor. The dreams that seemed too late are being reborn on schedule. God does not rewind, He redeems. What you thought was gone has simply been preserved for the right moment. Chosen one, the great reversal begins subtly. It starts when peace returns, where anxiety once lived. It begins when joy visits you in the same place where despair made its home. It manifests in unexpected messages, in sudden financial provision, in reconciliations you thought impossible. These are not coincidences, they are confirmations that heaven has activated the law of restoration on your behalf. You are walking into a divine exchange, ashes for beauty, mourning for joy, heaviness for praise. But do not mistake restoration for comfort alone. The great reversal is also a call to responsibility. Heaven does not return blessings to those who will treat them casually. You have been refined through suffering so that you may carry abundance with wisdom. The same hands that once held pain will now hold promise, but gently, humbly, gratefully. The reversal is not meant to inflate you, it is meant to reveal God through you. And when it happens, and it will, you will realize that every delay was actually mercy. Heaven was not withholding, it was preparing. You were being shaped to receive what you once would have mishandled. You had to lose prematurely so that you could receive maturely. What's coming now will not slip through your fingers, because your spirit has been trained to hold it. The blessing will no longer be a burden, it will be balance. Look around. Chosen one. Signs of restoration are already appearing. The atmosphere around you is lighter, your discernment sharper, the sense of divine movement undeniable. Heaven is moving quickly now, reversing, restoring, realigning. The story that once felt fragmented is being woven into a tapestry of purpose, so beautiful it will leave you breathless. Soon, you will stand in places that once rejected you and realize you no longer carry resentment, you carry revelation. You will see faces that once wounded you and feel no pain, only peace. That is when you will know the great reversal is complete, not when everything returns, but when nothing missing feels lost. Heaven is not merely giving you back what was taken, it is giving you what was promised, and the promise always exceeds the pain. Chosen one. Something sacred is happening beyond the visible. Your name has been spoken in places your feet have not yet walked. Conversations about your destiny are unfolding in heavenly courts while you sleep. Angels are being dispatched with instructions written in light, carrying the assignments that align with your calling. What is about to unfold in your life is not coincidence. It is coordination from the throne of heaven itself. You must understand this. Divine movements often begin quietly, without announcement. The world may see nothing, but heaven is already active. Messengers have gone before you, preparing paths, softening hearts, arranging circumstances. The people you are meant to meet are being stirred in their spirit, feeling nudges they can't explain. They will call you at the exact moment heaven decreed. They will favor you without knowing why. This is what happens when your name is spoken in heavenly circles. You are not forgotten, nor are you fighting alone. The unseen realm is busy on your behalf. Every prayer you whispered, every tear you cried, every act of obedience you made in silence has reached the ears of the Almighty. Your faith became a fragrance, and heaven responded. What felt like waiting was actually spiritual traffic angels receiving instructions, timing being synchronized, miracles being routed to the right coordinates. It may not look like much now. The sky may seem quiet, but above that silence, heaven is alive with motion. There are assignments unfolding for your favor. A door that seemed locked for years will soon open as if it had never been closed. A person who once overlooked you will suddenly remember your name. A forgotten opportunity will reappear in perfect timing. This is what divine orchestration looks like, every movement connected, every outcome precise. As it was written in the book of Hebrews, chapter 1, verse 14, are not all angels, ministering spirits sent to serve those who will inherit salvation? That scripture is not a metaphor, it is a reminder that heaven operates with order. You are not left to chance, you are covered by command. The angelic realm is not idle. It has been activated for your cause. Every prayer you have prayed in faith becomes an instruction written in light, and heaven fulfills what you release in trust. Chosen one. Sometimes the battle you feel is not resistance from the enemy, it's activity in the heavens. When angels move, the spiritual atmosphere shakes. That trembling you sense before breakthrough is not instability, it's impact. It means something heavy is descending, favor is landing, provision is arriving. The unseen realm moves first, the physical follows after. You are closer than you realize. When heaven speaks your name, doors open that no man can shut. But remember, Not every open door is for stepping through immediately. Some are for observing, so you can discern the timing. Patience is still part of the process. The same heaven that arranged the opportunity will whisper when it's time to move. Do not rush divine timing. You will not miss what belongs to you. Because angels do not deliver blessings to the wrong address. Your name has been authorized in realms beyond human influence. Even now, favor is being attached to it. You may receive messages, invitations, or opportunities that feel too sudden to be real, but they are heaven's confirmation that movement has begun. The timing will seem strange to others, but perfectly right to you. It will feel familiar, like a prophecy fulfilled, because it will be. And when you feel this confirmation, when your spirit resonates, when your peace deepens, respond in faith. Let your acknowledgement become an echo back to heaven. Type these words as your agreement. I receive alignment. Hold them. Write them as a declaration, not a wish. When you say, I receive alignment, you are not just responding to emotion, you are authorizing heaven's orchestration to manifest in your reality. It is a verbal key that unlocks what has been waiting in the unseen. Agreement is not passive, it is powerful. When you speak it, you participate in the very harmony God has composed for your life. So speak it with authority. Whisper it in faith. Let heaven hear your yes. The moment you do, the rhythm of your destiny accelerates. Doors that hesitated begin to swing open. Connections that were delayed begin to click into place. The orchestration continues, now accompanied by your voice, a voice heaven recognizes as willing, ready, and aligned. Chosen one. Your name is echoing in the throne room. Angels know it. Heaven honors it. Soon, earth will respond to it. Stay in posture. Stay in faith. Stay aware. What has been spoken about you in secret will soon be seen in public. The same heaven that marked you is now moving for you. Chosen one. Can you feel it? The fog that once clouded your vision is beginning to lift. The confusion, the uncertainty, the unanswered questions, all of it is giving way to revelation. What once looked like chaos now reveals pattern. What once seemed meaningless now connects into divine symmetry. You are beginning to see heaven's blueprint for your life. And it is far more intricate and beautiful than you ever imagined. For so long, you stood staring at fragments, broken seasons, isolated experiences, unanswered prayers, and you wondered if they would ever make sense. But heaven was painting in layers. The strokes that once looked random were part of a masterpiece that only makes sense when you step back and see the full canvas. You were never outside of God's design. You were within it. Even in your confusion, every shadow had purpose. Every silence had structure. Heaven's blueprint was never meant to be understood all at once. Revelation unfolds like dawn, slowly, gently, faithfully. Each step you took in obedience was a line being drawn, a wall being raised, a foundation being poured. Now the architecture of your destiny is becoming visible. You are seeing how every detail fits, how even mistakes became material in the hands of the master builder. Heaven wastes nothing, it builds with everything. The Spirit spoke through the prophet Jeremiah. Chapter 29, verse 11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you, to give you hope. This is not just a comforting verse. It is a revelation of divine architecture. The plan has always existed. You are not wandering in uncertainty. You are walking on a blueprint drafted before your birth. You may have taken detours, but the design accounted for that too. Every wrong turn was anticipated. Every delay absorbed into purpose. Heaven's map does not tear. When life bends, it stretches to redirect you back to alignment. Even your missteps have been repurposed as foundations for wisdom. What felt like wasted years were actually hidden hallways, connecting one divine chamber to another. Now, as clarity unfolds, your heart is learning the language of divine timing. You are beginning to realize that purpose is not rushed, it is revealed. Just as a seed cannot argue with its soil, you cannot hurry what heaven has been carefully constructing. The delays were scaffolding, not punishment. God was protecting you from premature exposure, ensuring that when the structure of your destiny stood tall, it would never collapse under pressure. And chosen one. As you step deeper into this revelation, understand this: you are not just a building under construction, you are also a light tower meant to guide others. What you've learned in silence will become direction for those still searching. Your story is a blueprint too, one written not on paper but on the heart. When others look at your life, they will glimpse the faithfulness of heaven made tangible. Now pause for a moment and breathe. If this message stirs something deep within you, if it feels as though the words are echoing from your own spirit, then you are resonating with your own blueprint. Heaven has a way of confirming its design through peace. And if this word has become a lamp in your darkness, share it. Share it the way a builder passes the torchlight to another worker still in the shadows. You never know who might need to see that the plan still exists. If you feel your spirit aligning, like this message, not as a click of habit, but as an act of agreement. Every small act of faith is a brushstroke of obedience that adds color to your destiny's canvas. When you press that heart, you're saying, I see the pattern now. I trust the architect. And yes, if you've found strength here, if these words are building you brick by brick, consider subscribing, not just to stay connected, but to stay constructed. Every message that follows is another stone being placed, another beam of light, strengthening the framework of your calling. And to those who feel led, to those who sense heaven stirring generosity within, consider donating, not as transaction, but as participation. When you sow into the blueprint that builds others, heaven expands the foundation beneath your own feet. Every seed becomes a stone in someone else's sanctuary. Every offering becomes another window of light in the temple of purpose. This is not about obligation, it is about alignment. Giving is not about losing, it's about joining the construction crew of heaven. You are not paying for revelation, you are partnering with it. Every act of faith is a hammer in the hand of grace. Chosen one. Heaven's blueprint for you is unfolding in real time. What was once scattered is being gathered. What was once hidden is being revealed. And one day, when you look back, you will marvel not just at what God built, but at how perfectly every piece fit. Even the ones you once wished away. Chosen one. You have felt it already, the pace of things shifting around you. The sudden acceleration of what once seemed stagnant. It's as if heaven pressed its hand upon the clock and time itself began to bend. This is the anointing of acceleration. The divine momentum that takes what should have taken years and accomplishes it in moments. When heaven moves, time obeys. Delay loses its meaning. What was long overdue now rushes toward you with divine urgency. You may have wondered why things moved so slowly before, why your progress felt like walking through water. It was because heaven was perfecting your foundation before allowing speed. Acceleration without structure leads to collapse. But now, the groundwork of your faith is strong. You have learned to wait without bitterness, to trust without seeing, to build without recognition. Now heaven can release the wind that carries you forward, because your roots can bear the weight of your wings. This acceleration will not come as chaos, it will come as clarity. The doors you once struggled to open will swing effortlessly. The connections you once chased will begin to seek you. Even your words will carry new weight. As if spoken on the rhythm of heaven's breath, the divine clock has struck your appointed hour. And what has been in motion unseen is about to manifest before all eyes. It will feel like divine compression, years of waiting, condensed into days of fulfillment. You will wake one morning and realize what you prayed for in one season has appeared in another. It will not be the product of striving, but the fruit of surrender. Heaven's acceleration is never about frantic movement. It is about alignment with divine flow. You are being lifted into a current stronger than circumstance, faster than opposition. The ancient words in the book of Isaiah, chapter 60, verse 22, still thunder with power. The least of you will become 1,000, the smallest a mighty nation. I am the Lord. In its time I will do it swiftly. This is not fantasy, it is fulfillment. Acceleration is heaven's way of redeeming the years you thought were lost. The enemy tried to waste your time, but God is multiplying it back to you. Every year that felt empty is being compressed into blessings, stacked on blessings. Opportunities will align not by your effort, but by divine command. You will stand in awe, realizing that heaven's mathematics never fail. When God restores, He restores exponentially. But remember, acceleration requires focus. The same wind that lifts can also scatter if your heart is divided. You must keep your gaze steady on purpose. This is not the time for distraction, not the time to return to old habits or entertain familiar fears. The current is strong. One glance backward can slow your progress. Fix your eyes forward, because what's ahead will require your full attention and your full faith. The Spirit whispers, "Do not measure by the old pace. I am not moving as I did before. What used to take effort will now take obedience. What used to take striving will now take surrender." Heaven's hand is upon the hourglass, and the sand is moving faster, not to drain your time, but to fulfill your prophecy. You are not running out of time. Time is running to meet you. Chosen one. The acceleration will touch every area: finances, healing, restoration, calling. The changes will be so swift that you may feel unprepared. But heaven has already equipped you. You will find yourself in rooms you once only prayed about, speaking words you once only rehearsed, standing in positions you once believed were too high. This is what happens when heaven removes the friction of delay. Your obedience has become a runway, and the Spirit is saying, "Lift off." Still. Remember this truth. Acceleration is never about speed alone, it is about synchronization. You are not outrunning others. You are catching up to what was already written about you. Heaven is simply pulling your destiny into the present moment. That is why things may suddenly align so perfectly. It is not luck. It is divine timing, meeting divine readiness. Let this season humble you, not hurry you. Move with grace, not panits. God is not rushing you. He is revealing how near your fulfillment has always been. The future you dreamed of is not approaching. It's unfolding now. You are walking in the space between prophecy and manifestation, where promises become proof. So breathe. Chosen one, don't fear the speed. You were built for this velocity. You were shaped in stillness so that you could handle motion. And now, as heaven accelerates your path, remember the sacred law of divine movement. The faster you rise, the deeper you must remain anchored in truth. That balance will keep you steady as time bends in your favor. Chosen one, you are stepping into the realm where miracles no longer feel distant. They are becoming your new normal. What once required tears and pleading will soon manifest through peace and simple belief. The unseen hand of heaven is weaving together threads of timing and mercy, forming outcomes that will leave even your enemies speechless. This is the hour when miracles are in motion. They are not coming, they have already begun. Look closely at the patterns unfolding around you. Things that were delayed for years are suddenly finding resolution. People you hadn't heard from in seasons are reappearing at divine moments. Obstacles that once seemed immovable are shifting effortlessly. These are not coincidences. They are the footsteps of God walking through your circumstances. Heaven's activity has increased in your atmosphere. The spiritual wind is strong, and it carries miracles within it. You have prayed long enough to know the difference between luck and divine intervention. This, chosen one, is intervention. You are standing in the very intersection where faith meets fulfillment. Every act of trust you displayed in silence has created an echo in eternity. That echo has now returned as manifestation. You are about to see visible evidence of what your faith has been building invisibly all along. The world calls them coincidences, but heaven calls them confirmations. The door that opens just when you stopped knocking. The friend who calls just when you were about to give up. The opportunity that feels almost too timely. These are signs that divine timing has engaged. Heaven does not improvise. It orchestrates. The supernatural is not chaos. It is precision. What seems spontaneous to you is scheduled in heaven's design. Scripture says in the Gospel of Mark, chapter 16, verse 17, "These signs will follow those who believe." That means miracles are not meant to chase, they are meant to follow. Wherever faith walks, miracles trail behind. You do not need to beg for them, they are attracted to belief. Your faith has become the magnet that draws heaven's power into your reality. Every step you take in obedience sends a signal upward that says, "I'm ready. Lord, let it be done in me." End quote. Chosen one. Remember this, miracles are not always loud. Sometimes they arrive quietly, through peace that makes no sense, through a sudden knowing that it is done. Other times, they arrive like lightning swift, visible, undeniable. But however they come, they always leave one mark behind: transformation. The same places where you once wept will soon be filled with laughter. The same prayers you once repeated will turn into testimonies told with awe. You may be tempted to analyze what is happening, to question if it's truly God. But this is the season to trust what your spirit already knows. The human mind cannot calculate divine movement. You are being invited into a posture of wonder, not control. Heaven is not asking you to understand, it's asking you to agree. Agreement is the bridge between prayer and power. Pay attention in the coming days. The alignment will be unmistakable. Dreams will carry instructions. Encounters will deliver confirmation. Even nature itself will seem to respond differently around you. When heaven moves, creación harmonizes. You may notice time bending. Things that once took effort now happen with ease. You'll wake up one morning realizing that what you prayed for is already in your hands. And when that moment comes, when your heart trembles because the miracle you waited for has arrived, remember to testify. Not with pride, but with reverence. The miracle is not only for you, it's also through you. Heaven never sends wonders without purpose. Each miracle is a message, a reminder to others that God still moves among His people, still answers faith with fire. Now, chosen one, if these words resonate with your spirit, if something within you feels the confirmation stirring, seal this moment with a prophetic act. Write the number 444 inches. The comments. 4 represents stability, foundation, and divine order. Writing 444 declares, heaven is establishing order in my life. Miracles are setting structure to my future. You are not just typing numbers, you are prophesying balance into the blessings coming your way. You are saying, my miracles will not come in chaos, they will come in alignment. And when you do, you join heaven's rhythm. You acknowledge that the season of waiting is over and that the season of witnessing has begun. The same faith that carried you through the valley will now carry you into victory. The air around you is charged with divine energy, miracles in motion, favor in flight, and breakthrough on arrival. Breathe it in. Chosen one. The supernatural is no longer somewhere else. It's here. Heaven's fingerprints are on your life. And soon, all will see that the God who hid you is now revealing you through wonders. Chosen one. The fire that refined you was never meant to destroy it, was meant to illuminate every season of breaking, every battle you survived. Every night you prayed through tears was forming something radiant within you. Now, that light cannot be hidden. You are becoming a carrier of divine illumination, a vessel through which heaven's brilliance touches the earth. The world around you has grown dim, hungry for hope, starved for truth, and your life, transformed by grace, is heaven's answer. You have been through too much to shine superficially. Your glow carries depth. It's not born of comfort, but of consecration. You know what it means to be emptied, so that light could fill you. Every scar is now a window for glory. The pain that once felt pointless has become the very place where divine power leaks through. Heaven did not polish you for display, it purified you for impact. The darkness of this age does not frighten heaven. It is simply the canvas upon which light will paint redemption. And you, chosen one, are one of those brushstrokes. Your kindness, your integrity, your perseverance, all of it radiates an unseen frequency that disturbs spiritual shadows. The enemy knows this. That's why your warfare was so intense. He tried to dim your flame before you realized you were carrying fire. But fire refined is fire unstoppable. When you walk into a room, something shifts. You may not see it, but the atmosphere feels it. Hope breathes again. Peace returns. Clarity settles where confusion once reigned. That is the effect of divine light. It doesn't need to speak. It simply shines. You have become a living lighthouse, guiding others through their storms without even trying. What you carry is not ordinary, it is heaven's response to human despair. Jesus declared it plainly in the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 14. You are the light of the world. A city set on a hill cannot be hidden. These are not poetic words, they are identity statements. You were never designed for concealment. Heaven's investment in you is meant to be seen. Yet remember, light does not boast of itself, it reveals what is around it. Your calling is not to draw attention, but to draw awareness, to point others to the source of the glow. To carry light is to carry responsibility. It means that in a world obsessed with image, you must remain authentic. Your power is in your purity, not performance. The light you carry shines brightest when your motives remain clean. Heaven cannot magnify what the heart manipulates. Guard your flame, for the enemy no longer seeks to destroy it. He seeks to distort it. Stay humble. Stay yielded. Stay transparent. The greatest danger to light is not darkness, but pride. Chosen one, your transformation has already begun to ripple outward. People around you are watching, though they may never say it. They see how you respond differently now. Less fear, more faith. They sense peace when they stand near you, though they can't explain why. That is how light travels. It doesn't need validation to exist. It simply radiates. You are teaching by being, preaching without speaking, ministering without effort. But do not mistake shining for ease. Light must endure heat to glow. The very radiance that blesses others costs you something. It demands your constant connection to the source. Stay near the fire that ignited you. Spend time in prayer, not just to speak, but to recharge. Just as lamps must be refilled with oil, your soul must be filled daily with presence. The light is never yours. It's a reflection of who you host. There will be moments when you feel your glow dim, when life presses too hard, and your spirit feels drained. Do not panic. Even stars have cycles. Even flames flicker before they grow stronger. You are not failing. You are refueling. Heaven watches closely, ensuring that your spark never extinguishes. The same God who lit you will sustain you. The darkness around you is no threat to the light within you. It only makes it shine brighter. And soon, others who have been walking in shadows will come to you, drawn not by your words, but by your warmth. They will sense safety near your flame. They will ask how you carry such peace in chaos. And that's when you will tell them the truth, that the light was never yours. It was entrusted to you. In that moment, heaven's purpose in your life will be fulfilled, not just to shine, but to ignite others. You are not merely illuminated, you are influential. You are not just glowing, you are guiding. The light within you has purpose beyond you. It is heaven's torch, and you are its bearer. So, walk boldly through the darkness, chosen one, not to fight it, but to outshine it. Because light never argues with darkness, it simply reveals truth until shadows disappear. Chosen one. Before every great unveiling comes the final testing. You are now entering that narrow corridor between promise and fulfillment, the place where heaven watches closely. Not to punish, but to prove. This final test is not about your strength, it's about your trust. It is the refining fire that confirms whether your heart can handle what your hands are about to hold. You have passed through battles, endured, waiting, survived pruning, But this last stretch will ask for surrender on a level you have never known before. Do not be surprised if it feels as though everything is being shaken. The shaking is not destruction, it is separation. Heaven is distinguishing between what was meant to go with you and what cannot follow. Some relationships may fade, some opportunities may pause, and even your emotions may feel unpredictable. But the shaking is evidence that promotion is near. God tests not to find weakness, but to reveal readiness. It is in this final stretch that faith and fear often collide. The temptation will come to take matters into your own hands, to rush the process, to manufacture results rather than wait for divine timing. But heaven whispers, "Be still." The silence of this test is not abandonment, it is observation. When the teacher is silent, it is because the test has begun. You already have the answers within you. The question now is whether you trust what you've learned. Remember Abraham, walking up the mountain with Isaac. Every step was obedience without explanation. He did not understand, yet he climbed. It was not until the final moment, when the knife was lifted, that God revealed the ram in the thicket. Your obedience, too, will be tested at the edge of reason. But just as with Abraham, heaven will intervene in perfect timing. The test always ends in revelation. We are reminded through the writings of Paul in the second letter to the Corinthians, chapter 5, verse 7. For we walk by faith, not by sight. That is the essence of this moment. Faith is not proven in comfort, it is proven in contradiction. When what you see denies what you believe, that is where trust becomes truth. The walk of faith is rarely smooth, it is often steep, sometimes silent, but always sacred. You are not being punished. Chosen one, you are being purified. Heaven is ensuring that your motives are still pure, that you seek purpose and not applause, that your obedience remains steady when no one is watching. The test strips away the unnecessary so that only authenticity remains. It teaches you to obey without reward, to serve without recognition, to love without condition. This is the mark of maturity, the heart that trusts even when it cannot trace. You will know the test is active when the familiar stops working. The prayers that once brought immediate answers may now bring silence. The paths that once felt open may now feel uncertain. It is in those moments that heaven asks the quiet question, "Do you still trust me?" And your answer, whispered through trembling faith, becomes the key that unlocks the next chapter. This test is not to break you, but to prove that you cannot be broken. The enemy may try to use the same silence to whisper lies, telling you that God has forgotten, that the promise has expired. But remember, the enemy speaks loudest when he's about to lose. His noise is confirmation of your nearness to victory. When you feel the pressure increase, do not retreat. Pressure only forms diamonds in darkness. Chosen one, the greatest test always comes before the greatest release. The moment you feel like quitting is often the moment just before heaven moves. You may not see it, but breakthrough is pacing on the other side of the wall. Every tear you cry during this time is watering your next level. The pain you feel is not the end, it is the final push before birth. Labor feels like death until you hear the cry of new life. Do not despise this season. It is sacred. Heaven has chosen you for this level of refinement because your destiny requires unshakable faith. You are not being delayed, you are being distinguished. The world is about to see what untested faith cannot produce, the kind of glory that only comes from trust in darkness. When this test concludes, you will realize that it was never meant to destroy your peace. It was designed to deepen it. The reward is not just the promise fulfilled, it's the person you became while waiting. Stronger, wiser, quieter, anchored. Heaven will not only release what you've been waiting for, it will release you into who you were always meant to be. So hold steady. Chosen one. Don't let the silence fool you. The fire that surrounds you now is refining, not consuming. Stay faithful in the unseen, and soon the unseen will be revealed. You are one act of trust away from the unveiling. Chosen one. The time of hiding is ending. The curtain that once covered your process is being drawn back. What was cultivated in silence is about to be displayed in brilliance. Heaven has watched your private obedience, your quiet, surrender, your unseen sacrifices, and now, heaven has decided it is time for public honor. You are about to be crowned in the open. For years, you walked as if unseen, serving faithfully while others overlooked your worth. You were building altars while others built platforms. You were praying while others were performing. But heaven never forgets the labor done in secret. When God chooses to reveal, He does not whisper. He announces, and now, your name is about to be spoken in rooms you never entered. The same God who hid you for preservation is revealing you for purpose. Your crown will not arrive as gold and jewels. It will appear as favor, peace, and undeniable evidence of divine approval. You will notice how situations that once resisted you now cooperate with ease. The very places that ignored you will now make room for you. Doors will open, not because you knocked louder, but because heaven sent your credentials ahead. When God crowns, no man can compete. As was written in the book of Psalms, chapter 75, verse 6 and 7, for promotion comes neither from the east, nor from the west, nor from the south, but God is the judge. He puts down one and exalts another. Chosen one. This revelation is not meant to inflate your ego, it is meant to expand your influence. The crown is not a decoration, it is an assignment. When God crowns, He commissions. You are being placed in positions that carry authority, not for control, but for compassion. Heaven elevates those who will serve from higher ground, not those who seek thrones for validation. You have proven faithful with little, now heaven will trust you with much. But as your visibility increases, so must your humility. Never forget the wilderness that built you. Never despise the silence that shaped you. The higher you go, the deeper your gratitude must root. Honor every stage of your journey, the pain, the pruning. The waiting for each was part of your preparation. A crown without humility is a weight too heavy to bear. But a crown carried in surrender becomes light as breath. And now, beloved, as this word reaches you, take a breath and allow gratitude to rise. If you feel the truth of this moment, if something in your spirit whispers, "This is my time," then let your heart respond, not out of emotion, but out of awareness. Like this message, not merely as a gesture, but as a form of acknowledgement, an act that says, "I agree with heaven's timing in my life." Oh, if this word resonates deeply within you, share it. Think of it as passing a torch in the dark. Your light might ignite someone who has forgotten that their crown is still being crafted. You never know whose weary soul might find strength in your simple act of sharing. And if you wish to stay connected, subscribe, not for numbers or routine, but because you sense this space is soil for your spirit. Each message builds upon the last, forming a ladder of faith that you can climb one revelation at a time. This isn't entertainment, it's encounter. To those whose hearts are stirred to go further, to become co-laborers in what heaven is building here, consider a simple donation, not as payment, but as partnership. Giving is the language of gratitude. When you sow into what feeds your soul, you are saying to heaven, continue this flow, not just for me, but for others. Every offering becomes a drop of oil on the fire, keeping the flame of revelation burning brighter for someone else. And finally, take a moment to comment below. Write what this word has awakened in you, your reflection, your realization. Even a single phrase of thanks. Your words might be the confirmation someone else is praying for. Community begins when revelation becomes conversation. Heaven moves through shared testimonies, through voices that say, I see it too, I feel it too, I believe it too. Not, chosen one. The crown you are receiving is more than recognition, it is responsibility wrapped in glory. Wear it with reverence. Let it remind you not just of victory, but of stewardship. You are not rising to rule over others, but to raise others higher. Heaven has placed you on display so that others may see what surrender produces. This is your coronation moment, quiet, sacred, unstoppable. The time of being overlooked is over. The covering has been lifted. The oil has been poured. You are being crowned in the presence of those who once doubted you, not for revenge, but for revelation. Heaven always honors those who honor the process. Now, walk forward, head high, heart low, spirit aflame. The crown fits because you were molded by fire. Chosen one. Favor is not a fleeting moment, it is a lifestyle. It is not a one-time visitation from heaven, it is the atmosphere that now surrounds you. You have entered the season where favor is no longer something you wait for, it's something you walk in. The ground beneath you has changed. You are moving through a spiritual climate charged with divine endorsement, where things naturally align for your good. This is what it means to walk in sustained favor. Sustained favor is different from sudden blessing. Sudden blessing is an event. Sustained favor is a condition. It does not depend on emotion, circumstance, or timing. It flows from relationship. When your heart remains in alignment with heaven, favor becomes like breath, effortless, continuous, essential. You do not chase it, it follows you. You do not earn it, you embody it. This kind of favor is not about what you have, it's about who you have become. You have passed through the proving grounds of patience and purity. Heaven has tested your integrity in obscurity, refined your motives in trial, and taught you the art of trust in silence. Because of this, you can now carry favor without pride. Many crave the visibility of blessing, but few can bear the responsibility of it. You can. You were shaped for this. Heaven's confidence in you has increased because you have remained faithful in the unseen. In the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 13, it is written, "The Lord will make you the head and not the tail. You shall be above only, and not beneath." These are not just promises, they are principles. Sustained favor establishes position. It means that regardless of opposition, you remain above, because heaven keeps you anchored. You will no longer live reacting to circumstance. You will live creating them by faith. The storms may still come, but they will no longer define you. They will reveal you. Walking in sustained favor also requires stewardship. Favor is not meant to terminate on you. It is meant to flow through you. The blessings that come into your hands are resources for impact, not decoration for ego. Heaven releases continuously through open vessels, not closed fists. When you live generously with time, wisdom, kindness, and resources, you keep the river flowing. Stagnant favor fades, but shared favor multiplies. You are called not only to receive, but to redistribute. Chosen one. Understand this: sustained favor is not fragile. It is built upon covenant, not convenience. It remains through storms because it is rooted in purpose. Even when trials come, favor does not leave. It simply shifts form. Sometimes favor looks like opportunity. Other times, it looks like endurance. Sometimes it manifests as success. Other times, as supernatural peace when everything shakes. But in every expression, it remains faithful. Do not fear the new responsibilities that favor brings. Expansion always feels heavy before it feels holy. There will be moments when you feel stretched. When the blessings seem too large to manage, that's when you must remember heaven never promotes without providing structure. The same God who enlarged your territory will strengthen your hands to tend it. Sustained favor includes sustained capacity. You will notice that your circle may change again. Some will be drawn to your light for healing. Others will retreat because your growth confronts their stagnation. Do not grieve those departures. Favor attracts alignment and exposes misalignment. What cannot harmonize with your elevation will quietly fade. That is not loss, it is purification. Heaven continually prunes, even in prosperity, to ensure the fruit remains pure. As favor settles upon your life, maintain the posture that brought you here. Gratitude. Gratitude keeps the gate open. It keeps your heart soft, your perspective clear, and your spirit humble. Never allow comfort to dull your hunger for communion. The same voice that guided you through wilderness will now guide you through abundance. Listen closely, for success has its own kind of silence, and only gratitude can keep you attuned to heaven's frequency. You are now walking in the rhythm of divine flow. What once required faith to start now requires wisdom to sustain. Heaven trusts you with both. You will find yourself living in moments that once existed only in your imagination. Effortless peace, divine timing, continual provision. But do not be surprised when heaven asks you to pour from the overflow. Sustained favor is not a personal crown, it is a shared inheritance. Others will eat from your table, and that is the true sign of blessing fulfilled. So, walk gently, shine quietly, and carry the weight of this season with reverent joy. You are no longer chasing blessings. Blessings are chasing you. Sustained favor is your new normal, and heaven is pleased. Chosen one. This is the moment when everything begins to make sense. The threads of your journey, the broken, the bright, the buried are weaving together into a tapestry that reveals heaven's intricate design. Destiny has reached its full bloom. What once looked like random seasons of loss and learning now stand in perfect symmetry. Like petals opening to the sun, heaven has rearranged everything, not simply to bless you, but to make your life a living testimony of divine favor. you are standing in the field of fulfillment. The soil that once drank your tears is now bursting with color. You can almost feel the weight of answered prayers in the air around you. There is peace where anxiety once lived, strength where exhaustion once lingered, and clarity where confusion used to dwell. This is not a fleeting season. It is the manifestation of every unseen seed you sowed in faith. Heaven has not forgotten one of them. According to what is revealed in the book of Proverbs, chapter 4, verse 18, the path of the righteous is like the light of dawn, shining brighter and brighter until full day. That light is now your life. It grows stronger with every step, brighter with every breath. The days ahead will not darken you, they will display you. The favor of God will continue to expand around you like sunrise, unstoppable and uncontainable. You have become the dawn for others, still trapped in night. You may not even realize how much you've changed. The person who once feared the unknown now walks into it with faith. The one who once hesitated to speak now carries a voice that brings peace. The soul that once carried fragments of pain now carries fragrance of purpose. You are not who you were, and that is proof that heaven's rearrangement has completed its work. The transformation is no longer internal alone. It radiates outward. You have become evidence. The beauty of this stage is that it no longer revolves around achievement, it revolves around alignment. You are no longer striving to make things happen. You are allowing them to unfold. You live in rhythm with grace, aware of heaven's nearness in every detail. This awareness itself is favor, sustained, quiet, constant. You are the living picture of what it means to be chosen and completed at once. But even in completion, humility remains your foundation. Do not forget the roads that shaped you, the nights that built you, the prayers that carried you. Destiny does not erase the past, it redeems it. Your scars remain, but now they shine like jewels of remembrance, reminders of every battle won and every mercy received. Wear them with gratitude. They are proof that grace works. Heaven's favor will not stop with you, it will flow through you. Others will find direction simply by observing your peace. They will ask how you endured, how you kept faith when everything failed. And your answer will be the same every time. Because I was chosen, not chosen for privilege, but for purpose. Not chosen to stand above, but to stand apart as light, as truth, as reflection of divine love. Chosen one. Your destiny is not an end, it is a beginning. Full bloom is not the conclusion of growth, it is the season of fruit. The purpose of the flower is not beauty, it is seed. What God has done in you will now multiply through you. Every act of kindness, every word of truth, every step of obedience will plant something eternal in others. You are heaven's gardener now, scattering the same grace that once revived you. Look around you. The landscape has changed. Where there was once ruin, there is rebuilding. Where there was silence, there is song. The wind feels different. It carries peace instead of pressure. You have crossed the threshold from striving to living, from hoping to knowing. This is the peace that cannot be taken, the joy that cannot be explained, the destiny that cannot be denied. Heaven's rearrangement is complete. You stand as proof that divine favor is not theory, it is transformation. You are no longer the one waiting for change. You are the change itself. The light that shines from your life now will guide others home. And as you continue walking, you will find that destiny never stops blooming. It simply moves from glory to glory, from grace to grace, forever expanding under the endless sunlight of God's love. Chosen one. Take a moment and breathe. You've walked through revelation after revelation, through silence, struggle, refinement, and now fulfillment. Heaven has rearranged everything to favor you, and you are standing in the evidence of that divine order. But this is not the end. It's the beginning of a new rhythm with God. From this point forward, you live as one who knows not, just believes that you are chosen. If this journey has stirred something deep in your spirit, if these words have spoken life into hidden places of your heart, then don't keep it to yourself. Like this message as a simple act of gratitude, a whisper that says, I receive what heaven has done in me. Share it, because there is someone out there still walking in the dark, waiting for a voice like yours to carry light to them. Take a moment to comment below, share your thoughts, your takeaway, or even just one word that captures how your spirit feels right now. Your words might be the sign someone else has been praying for. And if your heart longs to stay connected to this divine flow, subscribe. Not for routine, but for relationship. Heaven isn't finished with you yet. This was only the first chapter of glory.